Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mabimpressions. Today I want to talk about Disgaea 6. This game has been highly anticipated for those who are really deep into the series and they just love the lore, the universe, the quirks. And NIS America, thank you so much for bringing this out. So, Disgaea 5 came out in 2015 as of recording this video 6 years ago, and of course there was a Switch port maybe 2 years after called Disgaea 5 Completes. But here we have Disgaea 6. I have the Unrelenting edition, and today I want to talk about, is the game good, is it bad, do I recommend it, and talking about all the ins and outs of the gameplay, and of course, you know, is it a good sequel, what did they do, what did they take out, etc. So first of all, let me just straight up answer, do I recommend it? 100% yes, if you like strategy RPGs like Fire Emblem, for example. This is sort of the same gameplay, but it's a much more gigantic and quirky demon/human world where they interact, and a lot of comedic stuff. There's a ton of long-standing gags here, and characters you're gonna be introduced to that you've seen before, that you're gonna know and love. But let's talk about this. So this game released about, I don't know, like on the 29th of June. And it's on Switch and it's on PS4 at the moment. And considering all the other games came out on like iOS, Steam, these will come out later, most likely. So I got the Unrelenting Force Edition on Switch, and it comes with a couple of things. It was like, I think $40 or $50, I don't remember. So this one came with a nice little a little card here showing you like, hey, these are some of the musics, and on the back there's a little code here to get some of that stuff. It also came with a little plaque here, a little card showing you, hey guys, check out the online store, you can get some really cool plushies and stuff. And then there's a behind the scenes art book showing you some of the main characters and designs and stuff, so it's pretty cool. So this is the physical version. You know, I really miss the days of manuals, etc., but hey, it's good enough, better than just having the, you know, having the little cart in there. And if you guys are interested in the music playing in the background, I'm actually just playing the game right now. I just finished recording an episode, so here's the game right here, but I'm sitting here and talking to you guys about this. So let's talk about the game and why is it cool, why is it fun, why I'm just super addicted to it. And if you guys are interested, I am doing a Let's Play on it on my VOD channel. It's called Mabimpressions VOD. There is a link down in the description. I'll be streaming it as well because I plan on completing this game. I don't know if it's going to be 100% because there is a lot going on here. So like I said, really quick, if you've never seen the game before but you got this far in the video, thank you. This is a strategy RPG long-running series. There are a couple spin-offs. There is a free-to-play gacha game, but this is primarily the 6th game in the series, and it follows pretty much new characters every single time. But the format kind of stays the same, where you have a base hub. You know, you get to the story, you learn your characters, and the characters are really cool. All the designs are top notch. They really stand out, and you know, they are well beloved that they always seem to bring it back in these new ones. I can't wait to unlock, because there's some cool DLC here which unlocks a character you've seen before, Girl Laharl, if anyone knows who that is. But yeah, the base format, the gameplay loop is pretty much you get a hub, and in the hub you have a ton of things and shops to get into. You know, healing your characters, going into item worlds, assemblies, just I'll go into the detail of that later, but that's pretty much it. And then you end up going into the world, the dimension guide, and then in the dimensional guide there are different sort of chapters. You click a chapter, you learn a little bit of story, and then you have different subsections in the chapter where you go in and you defeat characters, a little bit of story, you come back out, you do your thing, you manage, you unlock new things, you go back into the chapter, you defeat it, and then you repeat. Now, what makes this game really fun and addicting is the characters and the progression system. Now, I've played all the Disgaea games, and I have to say that, you know, this is 6 years later, so I expected there to, you know, be some good similarities, but I did not expect how much quality of life and mainstreaming they did to make the game less grindy, more accessible to new players, but even if you can believe it or not, they made it more crazy and advanced for fans of the series. So just off the top of my head, let's talk about some of the big changes in the game that makes it better. Well, first of all, when you jump into a match, usually in the other games how it goes is if you really want to optimize and choose your characters that you want to level up, you would bring them into the battle out of your base panel. You would throw them out, and you kind of have to plan out your strategy by having them run out and be like, okay, I want you two to attack because you're the lowest level. These two in the back, you stay back just in case, and maybe a healer here. Then you would run in and have the weakest characters hit. This, and you know, there's a chance of them dying. It's kind of annoying, but in this game they made it streamlined, and I really like what they did here. So as long as the character participated and they're on the map or they died, at the end of the level, everyone gets a baseline of experience that they share, and then whoever did most of a certain amount of requirement, like maybe someone healed the most, someone did the most damage, someone killed, someone, you know, did the most status or skill debuffs, they would get a medal, and they would get a little multiplier to that and get more experience. So no matter what, everyone gets the same amount, but of course people who perform better do more. So that makes it so almost every single like character is viable, and they will progress along with your main characters. But of course there's always ways to have favorites, and it doesn't make the characters that you want to build in a certain way less special, and I'll get to the reason why. But also it works for mana. So as long as your character's on the field, if they do something, you're good to go. You can have a character that does literally nothing but healing, but they're going to end up getting more experience than the people who went out. So this game really incentivizes you to really come out with builds and just have fun with it, instead of be like, oh man, I have to have this guy attack. The healer, I have to turn him into an attack person. No, you don't. They can never ever throw an attack if they want, and that makes it so you can have much more different sorts of strategies, and it's awesome. So let's talk a little bit more of the mechanics and the progression, because the reason why we're talking about deep diving into mechanics is that's what makes Disgaea very special. It's everything that you can do to upgrade your characters, and it's just nuts. But before we jump into that, I do have to say, if you have seen, you know, gameplay of the other ones, you played the other ones, you might notice that all of the HP, the damage, and the stats here are in the thousands. It surprised me at first, because usually these high gigantic numbers are reserved for mid to late game. But here you can see everyone starts off with like 50,000 HP, etc. You know, everyone's doing like you know, 100,000 damage. It's that way just so it can be more, I think, more whimsical and over the top. But it really doesn't change how the core gameplay is played. If you just take away the last couple of numbers, like for example, if someone does 7,000 damage, take away the last 3, and you're just doing 7 damage. If someone has 50,000 HP, you take the last 3, it's just 50. So it's pretty much just like you know, a ratio thing. But if you can just get used to the giant numbers, it really doesn't change up the gameplay. It's the same, like, you know, it's the same there. And also with levels, you level up fast in this game. You know, it was slow at the beginning in the other games, like, oh, level 1 to 10 to 20 to 30. You can't wait, you know? It's gonna be a while. No, here you level up like up to like 30 in one match, 50, you go up to 200, 300 fast. Really, really fast. You can have a basic weapon, and depending on the character, they have proficiencies. Some characters are better with fists, some are better with guns, etc. And anyone can use anything, by the way, and you can grow any character to do anything you want. If you have a mage character, you can, you know, have them equip a fist, and you can increase their proficiency with that if you want. Every character has HP, SP, which is their mana, attack, defense, hit, resistance, intelligence, speed, everything, movement speed, throwing power, you know, jump speed. All of that can be improved thanks to the newly added juice bar. As you play the game, defeat levels, beat down levels and stages, you're going to accumulate some stuff in the juice bar, and that is simply for there to power level your characters. You have someone who is lacking in speed, just, you know, use the excess there and increase it there. There is the super reincarnation, which is highly incentivized early on, especially with the main character. Everyone has abilities called abilities, and Zed's ability, depending on their class, is he gets 1 extra percent to attack every single time you super reincarnate, up to 200 times. So you reincarnate and you end up at level 1 again, but depending on how much mana you've banked, you can increase your starting stats, and your character ultimately gets stronger and stronger through ever reincarnation, and they also learn new skills. They also bring along with them learned skills that you get, which is amazing. This game has quests that you can get, and this is how you unlock new characters. You go to the quest bar, you go in there, and there's like freaking like 70 to start off with, and you're getting more all the time. Some of them are simply turning in an item here or there. You get like mana back as specific equipments. Some of them are character specific unlocks, like, oh, you want to unlock an archer class, you want to unlock a thief class, you got to go find some 10 thieves in the game and beat them down and come out, and then you can unlock them in the assembly. I'm not going to go into the giant nuances of the assembly, but it is another mechanic in the game where everyone uses their mana to do new things. You can go there to change name, change your color, super reincarnates. You can also, increase the level of the shop. There is a ton of things you can do here. And I know it seems like I'm just going off the rails and talking about this here, that here, this here, and that here. But if you are a fan of Disgaea, this is a no-brainer pickup. I cannot gush how much this is a great sequel, especially from the 5th one. And I played that one not too long ago. This one just makes it so you have more freedom. It is less of a grind. I'll even bring up another thing. The Innocence farm. In the other games, Innocents are pretty much souls or little characters that live inside consumables and equipments. You would go into the item world, find them, beat them down, and then they become yours to pick up, fuse them, and put them into other sort of weapons. In this one, they made it so you can do more stuff. You can pretty much sell items inside the item world area, so you can buy innocents that you want, and not only can you fuse them, you can breed them. There's a little farm there where if you put 2 sentry units, they will grow in there automatically over time. So maybe like Pokemon, you leave them there, they grow, and if you have 2 of the same ones there, they might they might spawn off into a new one, and then that new little baby innocence has a higher growth rate. So it's just a lot going. I can't. There's a lot going on here. I'm not gonna go too much like into it because there is a lot of mechanics here. Good game, great characters. Love them so far. The game has streamlined quite a bit. Good quality of life. They have AI in this game, auto battle. And the auto battle is interesting. I thought it was going to be, you just toggle it on. But no, they have a lot of logic into it. You can manually do your steps. Like, oh, if my character is 60% HP or down, you run away and then you heal yourself. If there's an enemy up close, you walk up to him. If he has more than 100 he has more than 100% HP, you use a special attack. If he's super low, you can use a regular attack to save mana. And they're prioritize chests, prioritize healing. There's a lot going on here. So the auto battle is more advanced than I thought it was going to be. And, usually in these games, you do want to play manually, move them out. But sometimes if you're going to do a little bit of grinding, because, they can't mitigate every aspect of grinding in this game. It's there, and they added more stuff to grind into. But they, like I said, they made it more easier, and it's more rewarding. Everything you do in this game is a reward. I want to quickly bring up another thing, the Netherworld Hospital. So in the other games, you would go through a stage and you get hits, and sometimes your characters die. At the end of the stage, you would go to these hospitals and you would spend your HP, your health, to revive them and stuff. But then you also obtain, depending on how many times you heal and revive, you get rewards for it. In this game, you don't have to worry about spending money on healing at all. As a matter of fact, the Netherworld is simply just there for rewards. The more a character dies, the more they get hit. You go there and you get your rewards. So it takes out another, really stupid grindy thing. It's like, god dang it, I have this mage and I spent 100,000 mana. Now I have to go over here and spend 10,000 to heal that in mana. Oh, I'm not going to do that. You don't have to worry about it. This game promotes freedom of builds and exploration. The world building is here. It's streamlined. The game knows what it is. It is a quirky game with over-the-top action, over-the-top everything. And I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that. Over-the-top everything. So I just have to say I'm really liking the game. And yeah, I was just bouncing around here or there, but that's what the game kind of feels like. There's just so much to do. So much to unlock, and if you love metaing and optimizing your characters, Disgaea is the series for that. man, everyone learns different skills in the game, but you can turn those skills into scrolls. You can use those scrolls as consumables to put them on any character you want. If a character comes out as a fighter, you can have him learn heal if you want, have him learn fire. It's just, oh my god, dude, I can't say enough and praise about this game. And some of you might be thinking, oh, shield. I bought the game with my own money, dude. I was not gonna get this one for reviews, but I love the series, so I got it myself. I just like it a lot. It's a very good game. It is grindy, but the grinding has been reduced, especially from the other games. It's such a good game. Such a good game. Let me know what you guys think down below. How many of you guys have played this game? And of course, if you want to see my Let's Play of the game, head on over to my Let's Play YouTube channel. And of course, if you want to watch a stream, head by the Twitch down below. All the links are down there. Thanks for watching. I'm going to go back to playing. I'll see you guys next time.